John Blair used to be too heavy to comfortably walk around the block. But now that he's lost 162 pounds, it's easy.
Well, I feel great. I feel great about it. It does have results, and that's what's making me feel great.
He's talking about a medically supervised weight loss program. Just 8 months ago, he weighed in at a staggering 526 pounds, barely able to squeeze into these size 66 jeans.
Oh, wow, this fits two of us.
Two
Look
of
at
us.
that. You've
That's
almost gone down half of your size.
John's thrilled to once again climb steps 1 foot per stair and to have enough energy to rake the yard. He wants to lose about another 100 more pounds in order to reach his goal of 250, the same weight as when he was in the military. The medically supervised weight loss program produces fast results, and that motivates you to stick with it. You have 4 meal replacements a day, which means no outside foods at all.
They're powders. Now, some of them form into soups, some of them are puddings, and some of them are just shakes. And then they do also have bars that you can substitute one a day. It's satisfying. It really is.
The suit John wore for our interview appeared tight just 8 months ago. Now look how it hangs on him. And check out how much unhealthy belly fat he's lost. After failing with other diets, John hasn't cheated one bit with this one, not even during the holidays.
My food was coming. I knew it was coming. I didn't have to have, the ham and the yams and everything. I didn't have to have that.
The key to this supervised weight loss is that it's under the watchful eye of a doctor.
We check a patient's lab test, we check a patient's medication list to see if they're on medications that may be promoting weight gain. So I may suggest medication changes from that aspect. We also look at how their medication needs change during their weight loss, because someone on insulin is going to need a much lower dose of insulin. Their blood pressure medicines may decrease.
According to the Centers for Disease Control, reducing your weight by 5% is considered significant weight loss. The medically supervised program can lead to a 30% drop.
Compare that to bariatric surgery, they may be down 40 to 50% of their original weight. So we're getting changes similar to, not as much as, but similar to bariatric surgery, and people aren't having to go through the surgery.
Anyone who's ever dieted knows half the battle is losing the weight, the other half is keeping it off. One of the keys of this program, regular meetings with a dietitian, so folks learn how to make good choices once they're back on real food.
When people start realizing the role of protein, fats, and carb in the diet, they just get a sense of empowerment.
Barbara Meckes teaches clients to avoid sugars, especially high fructose corn syrup, and advises steering clear of starches like bread. When it comes to fats, stay away from hydrogenated oils, also called trans fats, and overly refined oils like vegetables. Meckes says some saturated fats like coconut oil are healthy, as are natural oils like olive.
I encourage people to go to, as much as possible, the expeller pressed or cold pressed fats, and those are more fats that are straight from the origin.
Even if you eat healthy food, you can still gain weight by eating too much of it. So that's where this portion plate comes in handy. It trains you to eat the right amount, and it's not just food.
We've talked several times about sleep, how you're producing ghrelin in your stomach. If you don't get enough sleep, the ghrelin takes over and that makes you hungry. So things like that I never knew before.
This fitness tracker reminds its wearer to stay active.
A lot of them will send your smartphone a text message when you've been still for more than an hour and tell you time to get up and move. Some of them will actually give you a vibrating alarm when it's time to get up and move.
And finally, there's the emotional component. What was behind the weight gain?
Because a lot of people do have food addiction, or they turn to food during times of stress or anger or boredom. And so our goal is to try to teach people alternative ways to get that relaxation, the break from the stress, maybe some relief from some of the boredom in other ways besides turning toward food.
So whether you have 20 pounds to lose or over 200 like John, a medically supervised weight loss program may be just what you need for a longer, healthier life. Lori Johnson, CBN News.